It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Portland Trailblazers. For Portland, at 5th place in the Western Conference, maybe they haven't taken the leap forward they had hoped to this season, but they haven't taken a big step backward either. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq, and nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's Kevin Harlan. Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. It's the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Utah Jazz. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, D.A. Thanks. And this one promises to be a battle inside, C-Web. Both of these teams very physical underneath on the glass, getting rebounds.
Oh, man, yeah. You got to be ready for this wrestling match in the paint because every missed shot, it'll be fought for. Hard-nosed bangers on both sides. Bring your hard hat.
Boys, nice and high.
And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Collins is the 4 with Nurkic in the middle. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. And it's Hood in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. McCollum kicks to Collins. No good on the 3. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. No good from outside. And so Hood will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Nurkic. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Conley with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
And the basket by Ingles.
And so it begins, taking control right up front.
Well, I like the effort. It always feels good to get on the board first.
Now here's McCollum. He picked up 39 points in their last one against Dallas.
And while he was doing that, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else.
Oh, nice.
I love the awareness. Conley is adept at reading the defense and realizing when his guys are on cover.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. McCollum outside. Buries the long-range jumper. McCollum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Lillard against Conley. And that one is off. Good D by McCollum. Pass to Collins. Back to Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here is Conley. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. And it's sent back by Lillard. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. That sends Rudy Gobert to the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact, Greg, in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shot of the night. Free throw good. Nurkic. And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
Here's Hood. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Jazz have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Another miss by Utah. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Outside Hood. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player a lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
First one falls for him. Green, he's checked in for Gobert. Both free throws good from Hood. And right around this time of the year, some teams spending long stretches on the road. Chris, that's difficult. It's got to be tough, I would assume, for players to deal with that, teams to deal with that.
It does get tough. Long road trips, travel, you're staying home from your family, you haven't seen your family and your friends. But I tell you what it does as a team. Coaches love it because it builds camaraderie, it builds chemistry. Now you have time to go to the movies and hang out with guys on your team at a restaurant or just hanging out. And what does that do? It brings you a little bit closer together because now you're building a relationship that's not based on basketball. These long road trips allow you to be together, to get to understand and know each other in ways maybe you haven't before. And believe me, it's been many times on the court. I've joked with the guy on my team about something that had nothing to do with the game, and it brought us to even play harder because we had an inside joke about something else. Who wouldn't want to play with their friends, right? Who wouldn't want their friends to challenge them? And that's the type of relationships you build on these long road trips.
Cullen passes to Hood. Inside, it's stolen by Ingles, and now Utah, fast break, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Davis is checked in for Utah, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Mitchell's shot is good. Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Dallas. McCollum outside, kicks to Whiteside. And he banks in the layup. Whiteside's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
The shot's good.
He's such a dependable facilitator. Conley knows it's his responsibility to share the wealth with his guys.
And there's the pass to Hood. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Portland with another turnover here.
And let's briefly take a look at the stats for Mitchell. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately, averaging around 26 points per, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
Whiteside against Davis. Whiteside kicks to McCollum. Not going to go that time. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Well, how often do we hear, Greg? I mean, you got to take care of the basketball. I mean, they got to be much more disciplined tonight.
And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. Lillard's got 5 now. And Utah has possession. They trail by 1. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
2 on the clock. Bogdanovich, no luck. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Collins, good. Collins has got his second bucket of the night.
McCollum is always aware. Fantastic skipping the ball over to the open man.
Mitchell with it. Now defended by McCollum. Back to Mitchell. Pulls up on the wing. The shot's good. 8 points for him.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, Portland, as a franchise, they seem to be in a tough spot. I mean, they've had some bad luck with draft picks, and at the same time, they've lost some free agents to other organizations. I mean, they're too talented to go full rebuild, not with their stars, but they're still missing a piece or two from really being a danger in the West come playoff time.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Bogdanovich. Exum comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Pau Gasol's checked in for Whiteside. Labissiere comes in for Zach Collins. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Hood. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Damian Lillard.
McCollum is used to getting hit. Got to respect his ability to draw contact on the way up.
Chris, for the Blazers, as you mentioned, you worry they'll continue to remain static in the West.
Yeah, I do, because they're too good to rebuild. And right now, you know, it seems like they're not an elite team and they're not a bad team. So how do you figure it out? And it reminds me a little bit of the Hawks about a decade ago. They were always a playoff threat, but never found that next stage. Hopefully the Blazers can shake things up to get them where they need to go.
And the more we see from McCollum in the NBA, the more his edge, Chris, comes out game after game. He is a fiery competitor.
Well, I love that McCollum will get right in the face of the opposition and talk right back. I mean, he backs up what he says with this game, so why not? It's rare to see a hard-nosed guy like McCollum play with such an edge.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now, here is O'Neal. Not a lot of room. Here's Davis. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have come out with solid offensive strategies. And then, of course, guys are finishing.
And the basket by McCollum.
You got to appreciate the confidence in McCollum. Isn't scared of going down in the pinks amongst the trees.
Moutier dishes to Davis. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Bazemore. Down low. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And now that we have a moment, let's see the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Jazz trail by 3. They get a hand on it, and so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything stands out west. Look at the Trailblazers. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up. And checking out Utah, 6.5 games behind them.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seeded.
Rocket 2.
And throughout his career, Gasol has continued to build upon his reputation as a lockdown defender. He gives his all on that end of the floor.
McCollum kicks it to Bazemore. Tolliver the pass to Bazemore. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Now here's Moutier. He's guarded by McCollum, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. To the inside, Moutier, and Moutier throws it down.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. That'll get him a few big pats on the back.
Bazemore for 3. And Davis pulls it down. For Utah, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Free throw good, Davis. Chris, when you played against a team that you had played on before, did you feel any extra motivation to do well against them?
Always. They always got the business. Whether it was I left Golden State and went to Washington, had to give them a triple-double and 40 there. Whether it was after I left Washington, had to come back and give them a triple-double and beat them bad and hug the crowd after. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of motivation. You definitely want to make sure you give your ex-team the business and make them regret, at least for, the 24 hours until the next game, that they let you go.
I love that thought process. It's fun. Now, here's Moutier. He's guarded closely, and that misses everything. Trailblazers leading by 3. Outside for Gasol. Over Davis, and Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Labissiere. Gasol's got his first bucket of the night. Utah's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Guarded. Oh, look at Scal Labissiere. I mean, he grew up in Haiti. I mean, in the 2010 quake, his family's house collapsed on top of him. Luckily, they were rescued, and that drove him to leave the U.S. at age 14 to pursue a basketball career.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Davis finds Moutier. Now here's Exum, defended by Labissiere. Jazz passing it around. Now here's Exum. He's covered by Bazemore. 4 on the clock. From the line. And it's Portland with the rebound. And Chris, I remember hearing after that quake, trapped for hours in the rubble, Scal couldn't walk for weeks. Then he comes to the U.S., didn't speak a word of English. There's a lot he's overcome in his life.
I mean, think about that. That's where success comes from, his perseverance. That's going to serve him well. Think about 1 year at Kentucky. He didn't dominate, but he's never let adversity get the best of him.
Utah shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of this roster.
Yeah, if you talk to the players on his team, Kevin, they believe in the system that he runs. He is always willing to give players a chance to earn minutes and is up front with them. Playing under Stotts, you know that if you work hard and improve, he'll take notice and adjust the rotations accordingly.
Gasol dishes to Lillard. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. That's 7 points for Damian Lillard.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Moutier kicks to Davis. Exum deciding where to go with it. Davis, the pass to Moutier. Here's O'Neal. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now, here's Lillard, defended by Moutier. Passes it to Bazemore. Lets it go from deep. That one, no good. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And welcome back as we continue our Christmas Day matchup. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets correct.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Damian Lillard out there with Kent Bazemore. And there's Anthony Tolliver. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Gasol at the power forwards position. Ingles can't get it to go.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 5-point game. Exum dishes to O'Neal. Unloads. Portland grabs the miss. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Ingles kicks to Exum. Pass to O'Neal. From outside the arc, and it's Portland with the rebound.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Moutier finds Gobert, and here's Exum. He's guarded by Nurkic. Back to Gobert. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Here's Bazemore, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Jazz trail by 9. Exum passes to Ingles. That shot no good. Gasol with the defensive effort. It's tipped. Here's Exum. Lays it up off the glass. Exum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Bogdanovich is checked in for O'Neal. Mitchell comes in for Dante Exum, and it's Mike Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay.
Lillard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket for Mitchell. Conley against Lillard. He kicks it to Bazemore. Looking for Hood. He gets it there. Good D by Bogdanovich.
Does well to burrow his way into the post, but loses his touch on the finish.
Jeff Green is checked in for Joe Ingles. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Bazemore against Mitchell. Now here's Gobert. He's covered closely. Mitchell kicks to Green. Just 5 to shoot. Over Whiteside. The offensive rebound. Gobert. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. See, Webb, there are guys that bring it every night. It doesn't depend on a game or a teammate or play or whatever. Every night they bring it out. Great consistency. I know you have a lot of players that you admire in that regard.
Definitely, I admire their pride, their heart, their attention to detail, passion for the game. The Kawhi Leonards, the Chris Pauls, LeBron James, of course, Kevin Durant. So many players put their heart on the line every night. You love seeing it.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Mitchell outside. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
And Gobert kicks to Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Green, the pass to Conley. Can't hit from in close. Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Hood. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Collins. Fires from deep. The rebound by Jeff Green. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Outside Conley. Dishes it to Gobert. Mitchell kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Mitchell. From deep. Another miss by Utah. For Portland, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Bazemore dishes to Hood. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Green in the post. He's guarded by Collins. Conley with a wide open look. Wide open shot is on the money. Conley's got 5.
Oh, man, the timing, the precision. Conley is ready to fire as soon as the ball hit his hands.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
McCollum's checked in for Kent Bazemore.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 10th in assists. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists. And he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. And the basket by Lillard.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you take into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far.
Conley finds Gobert. Conley against Lillard. Gobert with the bounce pass. Bogdanovich, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 8. Feeds it to Collins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's his first trip to the line.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
And the first one drops. And so Collins nails both of them.
What an advantage for a big man to have that smooth stroke at the line.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Mitchell. A three-pointer off the mark.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
Here's McCollum. Kicks it to Hood. Ready by Bogdanovich.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Fires the three. Drills the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Portland leading by 7. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Conley against Lillard. Here's Mitchell. They get the rebound. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Rudy Gobert.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Back to Lillard. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. These players have excelled at setting up their teammates this month. The 2K leaderboard shows us the recent assist leaders. Fourth, Damian Lillard.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Utah calls timeout. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
This is a critical timeout for them. They've got to come up with a plan to slow him down right here and right now.
Ed Davis is checked in for Utah. Jazz trail by 5. Mitchell kicks to Davis. Jazz passing it around. On the wing, Mitchell. Goes up to the stripe. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Thursday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Saturday, they'll host the New York Knicks.
And that one against the Raptors, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Green, the pass to Mitchell. And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind, look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm, and if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Lillard with the bucket.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Mitchell in the corner. Goes up again. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Out to Hood. Whiteside dishes to Hood. Conley against Lillard. Here's Collins. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And now it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead. Utah shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Mitchell. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
And right now, I don't think he could hit a barn the way he shot this quarter. How about 2 of 10?
McCollum against Green. Left side, Hood. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Utah the foul. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one. The first one falls.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Green. O'Neal comes in for Bogdanovich. Exum, he's checked in for Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Norkic checked in for Whiteside. This here comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Tolliver in for Damian Lillard. Mudiay finds Ingles. Now Exum. 1:29 left in the second quarter. Back to Ingles. And the pass to Exum. Mudiay with the ball. Over McCollum. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Hood. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Mudiay pass to Ingles. He kicks it to Exum. Passes to Mudiay. Back to Ingles. Now here's Exum. Goodbye Hood. Now here's Exum. He has 5.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Hood, the pass to Labissiere, and he makes that one. And it's a 12-point Trailblazer lead.
Oh, and these close shots are the one Labissiere makes consistently, almost unblockable, given his height and length.
The feed now to O'Neal. Tolliver for three. Rebounded by the Jazz. Now O'Neal to the left side wing. For three. That's good from Moutier on the assist by Exum. Moutier's got it back down to within single digits for the Jazz. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 9. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 18 points, 6 assists, and 1 steal. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
Well, sometimes you get too comfortable playing at home. This team played tonight like it's no urgency. And now they dug themselves a hole, and the energy level to get out of it is going to be extraordinary. We'll see if they come out of the tunnel with some fire in the second half, because they're going to need it.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, everyone, to Salt Lake City, Utah. That's the state capital right here in Utah. Really a sight to see when you get that kind of perspective from above. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven this far.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 9 points. Mitchell is out there with Conley. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. That's the group right now for Utah. And it's good, 2 points. Mitchell's got the first basket of the third quarter for Utah.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
McCollum kicks to Collins. Here's Lillard. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Now, that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
Portland leading by 7. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. McCollum outside from past the arc. Doesn't go for him. And Utah the other way now. Mitchell outside. Pass to Conley. Kicks it to Gobert. A shot, no good. Great D that time from Hood. To the paint, here's Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And at 280 pounds, I mean, Nurkic is difficult to deter, even when you hit him. I mean, he's just so strong.
Bogdanovich looking around. 6 to shoot. From downtown. New 24 for Utah. Count it, good. Ingles has got his second bucket tonight.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Hood kicks to McCollum. He dishes it to Collins. It's stolen by Gobert. Stolen by Collins. Got a piece of it. Lillard the pass to Collins. Off the left rim and out.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
And I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch and shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone. And really, his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Pau Gasol's checked in for Zach Collins. Mario Hezonja comes in for Hood, and it's Kent Bazemore in for Lillard. And here is Conley. He's got 5. Bogdanovich finds Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range. Good on the three-point shot. Mitchell's got 7 now in this quarter.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Gasol against Ingles. Trent passes to Gasol. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
The Trailblazers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Jeff Green is checked in for the Jazz.
One shot, gentlemen.
Conley with it. 5 points in the game. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Thank you, GA. He is indeed a fiery competitor.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Portland, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. Jazz trail by 9. Outside, Green. High post, Gobert. Now the dish to Conley. That one off the back iron and out.
Look, he had all the time in the world to get the jumper off. Maybe it was too much time.
Here's Trent. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so Green will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Over in the corner, Conley. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 8 points for Conley.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Mitchell. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's McCollum. He's got 7, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And Utah making a change here. Udier is checked in. McCollum outside. Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
Conley kicks to Green. Offline with his 3. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Just watching the progression of C.J. McCollum year to year has been astonishing. I mean, he came into the NBA with little fanfare, but now he's one of the league's top shooting guards.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And with McCollum, he is the complete package on the offensive end.
I mean, he can take any defender one-on-one, and with a little bit of space, he can take over the game. He's a great shooter and fantastic facilitator. I mean, you ask around the league, they'll tell you that McCollum is one of the toughest guys to guard on the wing.
Exum, he's checked in for Mike Conley. And so McCollum nails both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And stolen by Bazemore. Stolen by Exum. Dishes it to Mudiay. To the paint. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the middle. Here's Gasol. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Ed Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. And Portland making a change here. And the Jazz call time here. Compared to when you were playing, C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. It's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I've played with some great defenders, the Ben Wallaces, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with the mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that. Gasol finds McCollum. Launches a 3. Good on the 3-point shot. McCollum's got 12 in the game.
And McCollum is incredibly dangerous from outside. Awesome at finding available spaces. He shoots it with ease.
And the pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Green. The Jazz working the ball around now. Tipped away. Exum passes to Bogdanovich. 5 on the clock. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. He's got 5.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
Trailblazers leading by 11. McCollum passes to Whiteside. This year kicks to Gasol. And Labissiere gets it to go.
The D doing all they can, but Labissiere is just a master at finishing from there. I mean, even while getting hit.
Gasol against Bogdanovich. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Utah making a change here. Niang's checked in. And the wide open shot from Green. Cans it from downtown.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
McCollum from deep, 3-point land. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
Exum kicks to Green. Niang passes to Moutier. Shoots a 3. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star. Nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The throw good, McCollum. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
And the evolution of McCullough has been fun to watch, and he's not done yet. I mean, an efficient guard who shoots the lights out.
And stolen by Lillard.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
Ingles against Hood. 6 on the shot clock. Now, here's Ingles. Defense is right there.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantages they hold in this game.
And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. And Portland with a change here too. Collins is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Jazz trail by 20. And the Jazz call time here.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line. All right, a chance to look at numbers for Damian Lillard. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's around 30 points per clip, 8 assists, and just over 2 steals. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Moutier. Another miss by Utah.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And 11 points for Rodney Hood.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Collins against Green. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Moutier's got 8 points. Trailblazers leading by 20. Now here's McCollum. He's got 17. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. In the corner, Collins with it. It's stolen by Green. Poked loose, stolen by McCollum. Collins dishes to Lillard. It's tipped. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Ingles with the ball. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Ingles has got his 3rd bucket of the night. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. 22 is their biggest lead. He kicks to Whiteside. Over Ingles. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Jazz trail by 18. Portland grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Hood the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Ingles finds Green. Now here's Moutier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wing shot on the way. Offensive rebound. Davis with the bucket.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
3-pointer, Lillard. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
Nothing feels as good as knocking down a buzzer beater. He'll remember that one forever.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Trailblazers lead by 21. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Trailblazers leading by 21, and on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Collins is out there with Hood, and it's Whiteside in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Last year, the NBA moved the trade deadline to before the All-Star break, C-Web. Did you like that decision?
It caused teams to make trade decisions much sooner, and I like that. But I don't like the fact that maybe if, let's say, I'm a fan of Utah Jazz, and you trade a player that we love so much, and he's an all-star, and I can't root for him as a Utah Jazz fan. So as a fan, it gets a little bit tricky because that's still my player, and I want to celebrate with this guy at the All-Star break, but maybe I can't. But I think that what it does is it makes the teams much more competitive because no longer can you sit back and wait and have the time you could before to think as much as you could. Now you have to make a decision on who your team is, the identity, and do you want to get better now or take the risk now? And I think it's put some teams on the hot seat, and I like seeing teams on the hot seat having to make decisions quickly.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his third foul of the game. To the middle, here's Mitchell. No problem on the jumper in close. Mitchell's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Jazz.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Passes it to Whiteside. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his fifth foul.
Oh, man. Well, now he's going to be walking a tight line. I mean, one more foul, and his night is a wrap.
And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Shot by Collins, no good. Jazz trail by 19. Here's Mitchell. And Utah again with the bucket. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. McCollum against Mitchell. Yes, that goes in. 19 points for C.J. McCollum.
With the second half he's having, I mean, his field goal percentage is way up there.
Utah shooting 43% from the floor. Conley kicks to Gobert. Mitchell passes to Ingles. Five to shoot. Back to Mitchell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mitchell's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
McCollum outside. Pass to Hood. Lillard from outside, and the Trailblazers another three.
Knocks down his second three of the half. I mean, he had two of them in the first half also. Doing some solid work from deep.
On the wing, Mitchell. Nurkic with the double team. And again, Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Lillard against Conley. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Pass to Hood for three. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Always got to keep an eye on McCollum. When he's sinking shots left and right, the D knows they're in trouble.
Now Conley. Knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. By himself, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, then he's off to the races.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to waste that effort. You want to cash in on these extra possessions. They certainly did that time.
Conley finds Gobert. And here is Mitchell. Back to Gobert. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. McCollum dishes to Lillard. The pass to Nurkic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And Nurkic, the last few seasons, has shown that he can be a capable starter. The offense is solid, and he's a great rebounder. He'll get more than his fair share of double-doubles when he sees the floor enough.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And for Nurkic, a lot of how he plays, Chris, is based on where his head's at.
And that is the case for a lot of NBA players. Nurkic isn't alone in that regard, but when he is engaged, he can just attack the glass on both ends. The defense can use some work, but overall, he knows how to contribute.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and they could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love Seattle. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Lillard against Conley. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Bazemore. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Nurkic against Green. Here's the 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Bazemore misses. Utah's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Mitchell wide open. Off target with his 3.
Oh, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open 3 like that.
Puts it up from 12, and the basket is good. Bazemore's got 5 points now this quarter. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. Each team has one inactive player per night. Would upping that amount, you think, C-Webb, of active players on game day change anything at all?
I don't believe so, because the inactive player we're talking about usually is at the bottom of the roster. And so if you look at the next man up theory, that means that the last guy on the bench at that time, it's his time to get that playing time. So I don't think that the inactive players would change anything, because it's still a team sport, and those guys earn their playing time in practice. And so that guy at the end of the bench is still one of the greatest players in the world and can contribute at any time.
Kicks it to Ingles. Mitchell passes to Green. No good there.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
Nurkic can't hit. Jazz have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Bogdanovich against Bazemore. Bogdanovich dishes to Mitchell. He's looking for Ingles and finds him. Count that bucket.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving till they find the right shot.
Portland's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to McCollum. He dishes it to Gasol. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe his play thus far. Just way too many turnovers.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Portland also making some changes. Skal Labissière's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Tolliver comes in for McCollum, and it's Whitehead in for Damian Lillard. Moutier with the ball. He kicks it to O'Neal. Jacks up a 3. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 3 assists tonight.
The D with some heavy feet out there. I mean, too slow to rotate. Nobody communicating. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Here's Whitehead, guarded by Bradley. Here's Gasol. Good defensive work there by Young. The Jazz have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Moutier kicks to Young. Pass to Exum. Puts up a three. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Portland leading by 20. Whitehead passes to Gasol. The dish to Bazemore. Labissiere in the corner. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Oh, and when Labissiere goes right up with the shot off the pass, the D is toast. I mean, with his size and quickness, no one is blocking these shots.
Tipped away. And now Portland on the break. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
What a beautiful steal off of great anticipation. His instincts right there were right on.
Now here's Exum. He's covered by Bazemore. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. Exum's shot is off. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Bazemore finds Gasol. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen by Exum. In transition, here come the Jazz. Moutier with the ball. Bazemore passes to Gasol. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
The wherewithal from Gasol there, nailing the shot despite the tough defense all over.
When you look at the amount of threes, Chris, being taken now, do you think the league as a whole is too dependent upon perimeter offense?
I don't think so. If you look at Golden State, we all tend to think that they've shot the most threes last year. It actually was Houston.
Right.
And when you look at how Golden State does not just settle for threes, Kevin, but they can shoot them at any time. And maybe the best three-point shooter in the history of the NBA, Curry, will lay a difficult layup over the top of your head just as quick as he'll shoot a tough three from 45 feet. That's what it seems like, but the good teams like a Golden State make you feel like they're shooting a lot of threes, but actually play with the balanced game. Those that try to copycat and just shoot threes, I don't think they've won a championship yet. So I think it's about having that balance, and maybe the league overall is shooting too many threes, but the champions who shoot threes, I don't think take too many. There isn't any player in the league who's going to pass up that shot. There was nobody near him.
Here's Whitehead. Rebounded by the Jazz. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. O'Neal dishes to Young. And Labissiere sends it back.
Just phenomenal timing on the block. Labissiere leaping up for the forceful rejection.
There's the pass to Tolliver. And the foul called on Skal Labissiere. That's foul number 2 for him. Utah's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Down low, Young. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
Here's Whitehead, defended by Moutier. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Lillard.
Their offense had a great flow to it because of how well he was moving the ball. His assists were way up there, and it kept everybody moving, working to get open.
Exum's shot is off. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Pass to Nurkic. Dishes it to Labissiere. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Here is Tolliver, guarded by O'Neal. Deflects the pass. Here's Exum. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Whitehead passes to Bazemore. Kicks to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Whitehead. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First one falls for him. And so he hits both. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. They swipe it. The shot's good.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
O'Neal kicks to Exum. Lets it go with a three. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Damian Lillard. Dame, you guys seem to be in a good groove right now. How do you keep the momentum going?
You take it one game at a time. You got to remember what makes you a successful basketball team, and that's us moving the ball, get up and down, and defend. And we've been able to do that.
It has all come together for you, Dame. Hope it keeps going. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.